Welcome to Belated Tech Musings, a channel dedicated to retro tech, innovation, science, and technological entertainment. Just over 2 months after NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley lifted from the Kennedy Space Center's historic Launch Complex 39A in the SpaceX Dragon 2 atop a Falcon 9 rocket, the Demo 2 crew is tentatively scheduled to return to Earth on August 2nd of 2020. The splashdown of the Dragon 2 capsule will mark the end of the first American manned mission since 2011. The mission will represent a huge success for NASA's Commercial Crew program, which provided funding and guided the developments involving the Dragon capsule. NASA is further expected to certify the craft to regularly carry humans to and from the ISS, starting with the Crew 1 mission tentatively scheduled for August 30th of 2020. The Demo 2 spacecraft is commanded by Marine Colonel Douglas G. Hurley. Hurley was the pilot of the Space Shuttle Atlantis on its final flight, STS-135, which turned out to be the final flight for any space shuttle. The entire shuttle fleet was decommissioned shortly thereafter. Air Force Colonel Robert Behnken is the Demo 2 Joint Operations Commander. He was responsible for the Demo 2's interface with the International Space Station and returns to a co-pilot role while Hurley executes the re-entry of the Dragon 2 to Earth. Behnken was part of the crew of STS-123 on Space Shuttle Endeavour in 2008, and of STS-130, again on the Endeavour in 2010. Behnken and Hurley were 2 of 4 NASA astronauts selected in 2015 to train for Commercial Crew missions on SpaceX and Boeing capsules. The other 2 were ISS veteran Sunita Williams and shuttle veteran Eric Boe. NASA assigned Behnken and Hurley to the SpaceX Demo 2 mission in 2018. Once the exit date and time is confirmed, Behnken and Hurley will reboard the Demo 2 Dragon 2 and autonomously undock and re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. Splashdown is expected to be off the Florida coast by the Kennedy Space Center, and the pickup will be by SpaceX's Go Navigator recovery vessel. Many of the watchers of the return to Earth of the Demo 2 mission will become aware for the first time that the Dragon 2's re-entry is more like an Apollo capsule from the 1970s than the space shuttle of the 2000s. The space shuttle looked somewhat like an airplane because it was essentially an unpowered glider, which would descend through the atmosphere and gradually glide back to Earth borne on wind currents. The Dragon 2, however, is much lighter and has a round capsule shape without wings for gliding, much like the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo capsules during the 1960s and 1970s, or the Soyuz capsule that currently launches humans to space. When the Dragon 2 is ready to return from orbit, it jettisons all non-essential parts and enters the atmosphere, using drag to slow its speed somewhat. It then releases parachutes which further slow its descent until it splashes down into the ocean from where the astronauts can be collected. A capsule design is a pretty tried and true design. It's a pretty safe design with different onboard capabilities from the pad all the way up into space, which the space shuttle didn't have that capability, Behnken said during a pre-launch media teleconference. I think from that perspective, it's a reliable design. Yet, despite returning to a capsule, SpaceX's spacecraft is very different from any other previously designed capsule or even Boeing's Starliner, which is being developed under the same NASA contract as the Crew Dragon. For one thing, the Dragon 2 will have a touchscreen for the astronauts to operate instead of a joystick, something Behnken and Hurley, who were military test pilots before becoming astronauts, were not accustomed to. Re-entry for the Dragon 2 also differs somewhat from that of the Russian Soyuz MS spacecraft, upon which NASA has had to rely on to bring astronauts to and from the ISS, while the Commercial Crew program labored to qualify a replacement for the shuttle. While the Dragon 2 is designed for a water landing, the Soyuz MS capsule parachutes directly into Kazakhstan, a landlocked country that has historically hosted most of the Soviet Union and Russia's manned spaceflights. NASA has paid Roscosmos almost $4 billion for Soyuz seats since 2006 and has agreed to a $90 million contract with the Russians for a seat on a Soyuz capsule later in 2020 as a hedge against unexpected problems with the Dragon 2. NASA officials intend to end the cash payments to Russia once declaring the Dragon 2 and the Boeing Starliner spacecraft operational. Now that the Demo 2 crew of Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken will have put the Dragon through its paces, the prospect of regular crewed missions to the ISS is just on the horizon. The Dragon 2 already made one successful flight, dubbed Demo 1, to the space station, but that was without a crew on board. The Demo 2 mission made it possible for astronauts to test out manual controls of the Dragon's flight systems, as well as the spacecraft's environmental control and life support system. NASA stresses that the Demo 2 is a test flight, so it isn't just the onboard systems that are under scrutiny. The mission is designed to test the vehicle, land it safely, and prepare it to regularly launch crew. To that end, there will be several weeks in between the Demo 2 flight and any subsequent launch. This will allow SpaceX and NASA to inspect and certify the Dragon 2 for operational missions. Assuming that the Demo 2 mission confirms the capsule is to be certified, the next launch of the Dragon 2, dubbed Crew 1, should occur in late August or early September. That mission would see Dragon 2 serial number C207 carry 4 astronauts to the space station for a 6-month stay. On board will be 3 NASA astronauts, Mike Hopkins, Victor Glover, and Shannon Walker, who will be joined by Japanese astronaut Soichi Noguchi. Once the Dragon 2 is fully operational, NASA is hopeful that the Russians will see the advantages of an improved manned spaceflight schedule by trading launch seats. That arrangement would see U.S. astronauts continue to fly on Soyuz missions in return for Russian cosmonauts flying on U.S. spacecraft with no money being exchanged. Russian officials have said they would be open to putting cosmonauts on U.S. spacecraft after they've been fully certified. What do you think of the Dragon 2's inaugural manned mission? Is commercial space development from companies like SpaceX a boon to NASA, or a misguided diversion of funds away from the Artemis Moon program? Let us know by dropping a comment below. We hope you enjoyed this 26th video short about space and tech on the BTM channel. If so, click that like button. Not a subscriber yet? Clicking the subscribe button and the bell notification icon will help both our YouTube standing and keep you informed when new episodes are released. Links to our previous episodes can be found below. Stay connected by occasionally checking our Instagram feed, where we post content from our upcoming episodes and from episodes past that you may have missed. Make sure you follow our Twitter account, where all new episodes are announced. And finally, join us on our Facebook page, where we cover current news and events related to channel content. Thanks for watching.